Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Today we're just discussing some Steelers news and updates. I'm gonna have another video coming out later today as well, about another topic as well, about our QB situation and everything. I'm gonna dive into that a little bit more, about the options we have. The draft is of course coming up in a few weeks, so I think the draft is next week, right? If I'm not mistaken, on 24th. I think 24th to 26th. So yeah, we're gonna see the draft happen. We'll see what the Steelers do there, but so far, we've seen the same news, of course, with Aaron Rodgers. Don't know whether he's going to sign with the Steelers or not. It's kind of leaning more towards him not signing with the Steelers. So we kind of might have to roll with somebody else. I did see one rumor, a report. It said the Steelers could be eyeing a trade for a quarterback. But the person I seen, I was expecting to see the person I was seeing. I thought, I'm still holding off hope for one day, Kyler Murray. Like that, if we don't get a quarterback, of course, this year in the draft or anywhere like that shines out. I'm still holding up hope for Kyler Murray, but I seen one that said Will Levis. I was like, I don't know about that. Will Levis, of course, overall is a solid. He's a good arm. He's a strong arm. I think he's not like horrible, but he's not the answer either. He turned the ball over a lot like that. He has a strong arm. He makes some big plays. You see, like you seen from the Titans last year, but you also see a lot of mistakes. And last year we seen more mistakes than good. Rookie season you seen more good than the bad, but then the last season, in sophomore year, you seen more bad than good. And kind of like was in a slump at certain times. The Titans could have won a lot more games than they won last year too. They probably could have at least had 6 or 7 wins. There's a few games where he just threw the ball away, gave the ball away to the opposing team, fumbles, costly interceptions, doing crazy things. Remember all the little plays he kept having him twist and jumping in the air, doing helicopters with his body and throwing. He thought it was John Elway or something, but at least John Elway scored with when he did the helicopter with his body. But Will Levis, he was doing all type of things like that. He was doing some crazy stuff and turned the ball over a lot at a high rate, and it's basically just playing like a style that's not winnable football. So I don't think he'd be the answer. Now, of course, in Pittsburgh, he might fare better with better weapons and better structure and better system, of course. But I don't think that'd be the answer to trade for a quarterback like that. It's better to just roll with Mason Rudolph. You had the same situation Titans have with Mason Rudolph and Will Levis last year. Just roll with Mason Rudolph, he'd be solid enough unless you see somebody else. I'm gonna get more into that probably in my video later today. Cause I've been mentioning, of course, like Tyler Huntley. I don't know if he's available still. I think he's still a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta look and see, but there's some guys who are probably still capable of maybe bringing in to be solid. And of course, guys in the draft you can look forward to as well. So we'll see kind of what Pittsburgh do. Another thing I want to talk about too as well is the rumor. Another rumor, I've seen it from, I don't know how credible source this is, of course. I seen it on the Yahoo thing, the Yahoo Sports thing. I seen it on the what's the sports bet app as well, like that. They got like the Steelers favored to the teams that favored to get TJ Watt, and they said they had Cowboys favored it as one of the teams, and people think that the Steelers could trade Dak Prescott for TJ Watt, and the Steelers need a quarterback, and the Cowboys need to bring in an elite guy on defense from the edge. But Michael Parsons is already there too as well, but you got to pay him. So I don't know. That right there is a crazy trade. That wouldn't be possible. First of all, Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the money he's getting paid would be worth for us to make a big move like that. That crazy money, particularly that contract, and then you lose TJ Watt as well. Like, you're gonna lose your best player on the team, your best player on defense, of course, best player on the team, for a quarterback who's good, but has shown moments in the playoffs where he kind of shrink up a little bit and mess up a little bit. Maybe because he's playing for the Cowboys, maybe in a different system, he might fare better. But I wouldn't take a chance like that. That's too big of a risk and too big of a chance to take. I'd just rather us go and bring in a veteran. I think Tyler Huntley, like I mentioned, I think he's still available. I have to dive and see if he's still free agent, but bring somebody in like that and see how things kind of shape out and stuff. I know we're also going to try to go ahead and get a running back as well. I've been seeing a lot of different mock drafts get us. I remember I did my mock draft on Friday on my channel, the Arsenal D.B channel, 7.0 one. I got one more to do this week, the last one. But I drafted Marion Hampton. I traded back in the draft to the 29th pick with the Commanders, and so I can get, we swapped first, and then I also got a second pick from them. I traded I think my future 3rd round pick for next year and like a 5th or something to get their 2nd round pick for next year. Since they're gonna be a good team, they're gonna be late rounder. So their 2nd round pick is kind of like a early 3rd rounder in a sense, because they picking last, of course. So I went out there and got their 2nd round pick and brought him in so I can take a D lineman in that 2nd spot. But I took Amari Hampton, the 29th pick. He's a very good player. He had like 1,700 I think plus scrimmage yards the past 2 years, 2,000 scrimmage yards last year. Touchdown machine, dual threat running back, can do a lot of different things, big time things. So a guy like that would be very good. I know Cam Scatterbo is another good guy who Steelers will definitely fare well with. DJ Giddens is a good guy too as well, a good player. Ashton Genty would be phenomenal to get, but I think he might be gone before our pick. And then you look at, of course, Ollie Gordon's another good player as well. There's a lot of different guys. Trey Henderson and different individuals all around. They have different running backs all in different spots and stuff that you probably bring in if you could shine. But I think Amari Hampton Well, Ashton Genty and Amari Hampton probably the top 2 best ones. And Amari Hampton, you can get a guy like that. That would help out a lot. That'd be a big time playmaker. I think the Steelers' approach could be that. That's what I kind of did in my last mock draft. I kind of just overloaded and brought in guys. I brought in the running back first, D lineman second, and I brought in the O lineman. And third right there as well in the 3rd round, like that Howard lineman. He was still available. He used to be gone by 2nd round, but I brought him in. And then I also brought in a receiver in the 5th round, Ty Felton, and stuff to bring more weapons in. So I thought the Steelers possibly could go that route in the draft, maybe bringing more weapons in, bringing more guys in to create more playmakers for any quarterback that's here, to kind of help some things out. I just can't wait till the draft actually happens so we can actually see what we're going to do like that. The first day going to kind of show us exactly where we're going to go in this draft. So we can see possibly where the Steelers go. But that's all I have for today's video. I'll be on probably later today with another video for you guys. I might live stream probably on my channel, the Arsenal D.B channel, the other channel. So you can tune into that. I'll be talking about sleepers in the draft. If you want to be interested in sleeper players in the draft, I'll probably be talking about that. So be on the lookout for that. But this is all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.